Okay, if you haven't seen my 5 least favorite / worst, whatever, please, I'll leave a link around here and back again in the description. So those are if you want to watch that first, or if you're some weirdo that likes listening to positive stuff first, okay. Moving on. So, this was a weird year for film, especially mainstream-wise, but if you look within the indie gems and other such, which I still need to see more of, bad me, it wasn't that bad, but still mostly a meh year in general. But yeah, I did manage to conjure up 10 with one spot having a tie, but that's mostly because I think they're similar, but we'll get to them. So here are my top 10, my 10 favorite films of 2013, and I'm releasing it now because I'm a weirdo like that, and the Oscars are coming up, or rather, they're here today, depending when I upload this video. Anyway, number 10, The World's End. So yeah, this was a good way, I guess, to close up, if you could say, the Cornetto trilogy that Edgar Wright did. It was basically a fun ride. I haven't seen This Is the End, which some people put those two hand in hand, but I haven't seen This Is the End. I know, shame on me, whatever. So, no, so much fun. Such a fun movie. Debauchery indeed. I mean, the characters are fun, just everything's so well done. If you just want to sit down and just have a good time, I highly recommend this movie. Although it's not my favorite of the Cornetto trilogy, my personal favorite is Hot Fuzz. I still give it a watch. Do a marathon of all 3. You'll have a lot of fun, trust me. Number 9 is a tie. This is the tie. Prisoners and Side Effects. Yeah, I still remember Side Effects from way back in February. But, yeah, both of these films, I'd say they mostly the twists they have. Especially more so with Prisoners. I think with Side Effects, the trailer, even Steven Soderbergh said, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Please, I'm sorry. Just forgive me. Your movies are really good. I'm so sorry. Anyways, he even said, the trailer for Side Effects was just not... It didn't really do the movie justice. I kind of agree. The first 40 minutes you think, oh, it's gonna be one of those movies, but then it just keeps twisting and turning, and Jude Law's really good. Rooney Mara's really good. I might be biased, but no, she's pretty good in this. Not as good as Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but pretty good. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, which we haven't seen in a while, does a good job in this too. And I'll talk more about Prisoners, but I really like Side Effects. I can watch it again and again and not get tired of it, and I have. Prisoners, God, I need to rewatch this. Great performances from both Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman, and again, the trailers you think, oh, it's gonna turn out this way, but as the plot keeps unwinding and more stuff keeps happening, you're like, okay, who did it? No, who really did it? And I won't say who did it. No, in this case, I probably won't spoil anything from these because I really like these and I want to save the twists for you guys to find out, but if you haven't seen either of them, I highly recommend them. Side Effects is already on DVD, not sure. Prisoners might be? I don't know, but seriously, when Prisoners is out on DVD, whenever that is, or if it's already out, please go check it out, or if it's on Netflix, and please, I know Side Effects was, please check them out. Do a double feature with these. It'd be a good call, personally, although they're kind of different in terms of investigation-wise. Anyways, yeah. Number 8, Rush. Oh, Ron Howard, we've missed you so much. We've missed you so much. I've missed you so much. I never realized I'd say that. But, oh God, you really haven't been making, your best lately. You've been busy making Dan Brown adaptations. Well, Da Vinci Code was okay, but, anyways. Rush is his... Oh God, I really love Rush. The interaction between these two characters, which, by the way, you should look up these Formula 1 racers, and I think the most interesting character, not so surprisingly because it's sort of told from his point of view, is Niki Lauda, played by Daniel Bruhl. which I said it, I guess. But no, you should listen to Christoph Waltz say it. Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, he does a great job being Niki Lauda. They're both very likable characters. It doesn't fall really too much into the cliche, what you gonna expect. It's like, oh, this is gonna happen, but it really isn't. It's actually a nice, straightforward story about two real-life people who just happen to be at different ends of the spectrum in Formula 1, and I really liked it. I'd say check it out when you have the chance. I really liked it, plus the racing stuff is awesome. Also, this is one of those movies that personally, I thought it got robbed. Mostly, like, sound design department on this. But really, with Daniel Bruhl, it's like, really, you couldn't make room for him in the supporting actor category. He does a great job in this. Robbed, I say. Robbed. Number 7, Frozen. Oh my god, what a surprise this was. Again, a few of these films, actually, the trailers did it. Especially this one, did it no justice. I just saw the trailers and I rolled my eyes and I'm just like, good god, they're just trying to make Tangled in winter. That's really all it is with, I guess, the Snow Queen. But no, when I heard people raving about it, I'm like, oh god, this is just probably people. And don't get me wrong, I like the Disney movies. I will sit down and watch them. But there's some people who just like anything Disney produces, even if it's not very good. But, oh god, this was a huge surprise when I went to see it. And again, it has sort of two twists, which I dare not reveal, but thank you. Thank you, Disney, for they're not even going into their own Disney cliches, sort of. But if you just listen to that part, you will be satisfied. If in the past 5 years, I think this would be my second favorite so far of, like, I guess, the princess canon. My personal favorite, still Princess and the Frog, despite, yeah, I've heard people point out its flaws, but honestly, that's my personal favorite one. Well, Tangled was enjoyable. I think it's kind of overrated, personally. And also that creepy virginity metaphor. Yeah, I caught it later on. And maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but whatever. But yes, this movie, go see it. Go rent it. Watch it with the kids. Very good kids film. And that's saying a lot considering this year, the animated, even like family films weren't that great. They were just pretty on the meh to tolerable side. But yeah, check that out with the kids. Number 6, Catching Fire. Okay, so with the first Hunger Games movie, I was like, okay, I can see what they're doing. Jennifer Lawrence is good in this. And I like the books fine. But the first one just left me wanting more. I'm like, it has its flaws and people went nuts over it. Mostly, I'll give it credit for, actually doing, like, a good, well-written female character for once. Nothing of the Stephenie Meyer sort. But Catching Fire was a vast improvement over the first one. And there's some people who whined about them changing directors. And I'm like, I don't know, I could give it a chance. One of the things that really annoyed me in the first Hunger Games movie was more than needed the shaky cam. This one they found the tripod and they mostly kept it in there. And it's just, I think, personally, this is probably Jennifer Lawrence's best performance, in my opinion, today. I mean, she can act just fine, but I feel like she is a bit overhyped, but she can act when given the right material, and she really shines in this. I mean, better than the other movie that I mentioned in my least favorite list. Yeah. Number 5, Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. I really like that movie. It's not Martin Scorsese's best, but it's one of his best attempts at a straight-up comedy. I mean, yeah, he has his dark humor in a lot of his films, but I felt this was more of a straight-up comedy and sort of commentary, I would say. And while, yeah, I've heard so many criticisms against this film, from it being glorifying spending excessively, like glorifying excess in general, and glorifying objectifying women. But I'm saving that for a later episode. We're gonna talk about Martin Scorsese some other time, like in depth about women in his films. But no, I just had a fun time at this movie. Again, it's a 3-hour movie, but it didn't feel like 3 hours to me. It went by very fast. It has good editing, because Thelma Schoonmaker is, like, the best. You're the best. Seriously, those people who've called Martin Scorsese a misogynist, really, look up his editor. I'm pretty sure she has a vagina. She's a woman. She's a woman, so stop it. He's not a misogynist. If he were a misogynist, he wouldn't be hiring women. Let's just say that. Okay, anyways. I'm so sorry. I'm going to rant about that whole thing another time. Leonardo DiCaprio's, I think this is his best performance. I like him better in this than in The Aviator. I have problems with The Aviator, but that's, again, I'm digressing too much. Anyways, really loved it. It felt, good job, just good job. It felt shorter, and I think even, I read the book it's based off on, I think it makes it even more, he's less likable to begin with, but at least it's like, oh god, this guy's having so much fun, and he's doing all these awful things. But yeah, no, good job on this one, Marty, good job, loved it. Number 4, Pacific Rim. Yeah, if you know me, you knew this was coming. Oh my god, I love this so much. I can't even begin with this movie. I mean, it has a lot of inspiration from, like, Japanese culture and, like, a bunch of other things. But, oh god, it was so well done. It was nice seeing, I guess, Guillermo del Toro. I love you. I just love you. Anyways, it was nice seeing him doing a big blockbuster, which didn't really do as well here. Boo you, American audiences. Boo you. Seriously, did better overseas. Did even better in China. China really loved this, even though some of them think it's a pro-capitalism movie. I don't know where they got that from. But yeah, no, god, so much fun. So much fun. And then, just love the characters. Idris Elba's awesome. And the puppy. And then, no, but seriously, the best part is motherfucking robots and motherfucking monsters beating the shit out of each other. And it's like, it's not even that dumb. Like, people say it's dumb, but it's really, it takes its audience seriously. It takes itself seriously, but not too seriously. It's a right balance. But yeah, it's just, I love that movie. It's my favorite summer blockbuster. In a summer where the summer blockbusters were pretty goddamn awful. Give me a minute. Before I get to the top 3, which I had a little trouble, mostly with 2 and 3, which one to put on top of the other, haha. I'm gonna do some honorable mentions, so I'm giving 3 honorable mentions. So, there's Blue Jasmine, the most recent thing from Woody Allen. And please, really, don't start any of the you-know-what bullshit I'm talking about. Anyways, moving on, Blue Jasmine. It reminded me a lot of Jason Reitman's Diablo Cody's young adult, in which you're not really supposed to like the main character. In this case, it's Jasmine, played by Cate Blanchett. And you know she's not right up here, and a lot of stuff has happened to her, but she's still very, very unlikable. But you like watching her react to these things that happen to her and how she's adjusting to a new lifestyle. And it's a very good performance. I think she deserves the awards she's been awarded to this season. So yeah, it's all her. And she's giving it her all in this. So I highly recommend it. Please don't start the you-know-what in the comments. Please don't. Shut up. Save it for another time. Save it for another video. Anyways. Dallas Buyers Club. Again, this is more about the performances, specifically I'd say more Matthew McConaughey for me than Jared Leto, although he does a good job here, but I'm kind of biased towards another person, which you will see soon enough. But they both well deserve their praise. It's just nice saying, again, it's another small indie film with big names. There's also Jennifer Garner's also in this, and she does a good job, but it makes you, it's reminding you to forget about Elektra and Daredevil, but mostly Elektra, because that was a lot worse. Anyways, but yeah, very good performances from the actors, well directed. I liked how it was edited, and it was a good movie. It was a very good movie. I know it didn't make my 10 list, and I know a lot of people have it in their top 10s, but no, I highly recommend you watching it. That's why it's an honorable mention. It's a little gem. And the third one is Instructions Not Included, or as in Spanish they call it, No se aceptan devoluciones. So maybe some of you may have not heard this one, or maybe you have. You probably have, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm sort of cheating with this one, because while I do like about most of the movie, it's really the second half of the third act or so, where I'm just like, okay, you could have stopped it right there. I guess it was Eugenio Derbez, he's a very popular Mexican comedian as of recently. I think it was a good first feature for him, and yeah, no, I really liked it for the most part, except the end kind of ruined it for me a bit, but I'm giving it an honorable mention because it was the highest grossing Spanish-speaking film, and it's very important because, especially in America, because the Hispanic population is getting bigger and bigger every day. Seriously, Google it if you've been living under a rock for the past few years. No, it's consistently growing. Even they say, they're probably going to be the majority in quite a few years, but that's a whole nother issue. But no, it's more of, I'm glad it got recognition, and I do want to see more from this, and probably even better films than this. I'm hoping it gets more quality, better quality. I really just hope it doesn't fall into, again, when I mentioned that one Tyler Perry movie, my last one, I really hope it doesn't go that route. I hope it goes more like this, or Pacific, with, Hispanic directors doing more and more work as of recently, which it'll keep going. But yeah. Now on to my top 3. Number 3, Her. It reminded me a lot of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, just in tone. Not necessarily, it's not the exact same story of Eternal Sunshine, if you've seen it, but I felt like it was sort of similar in tone. It's no memory erasing, but basically, if you've heard it, it's a man falls in love with his operating system. Let that sink in, and I think the best part about this, it has, the perfect ending with the way it was paced. Spike Jonze is fantastic. This is really his first pretty original script, from what I've seen. It's been a while since I've been being John Malkovich, and adaptation, which you can argue both are adaptations, and Where the Wild Things Are, which I still haven't seen, is an adaptation, but this is more flat-out, straight, original, and it's very well done. It's very original. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, there have been, the whole, what if AI gets really smart and ends up taking over the world, but this is more of it's very different, and I think the ending is just so perfect, and it brings up a lot of questions, especially, if this was to happen, would it be a legitimate relationship? And just the ending sums it up so perfectly, which I dare not give away, but oh god. And it's very heartbreaking. This is also, at the end of, although the first, 20 minutes into Eternal Sunshine, I was bawling and just kept going through. No, by the end, I just bald. I'm like, no. It definitely leaves an impression on you. So yeah, that's her. Number 2, 12 Years a Slave. Oh, Steve McQueen. Bless you, man. Bless you. You're one of my favorite directors now, and this is really only your 3rd major feature film. And every film I've seen, I think Shame has, like, a few flaws, which I understand, but good God, so far, this guy has done great work, and I only hope he keeps getting better. So it's wonderful direction, wonderful editing, gorgeous cinematography, I feel like everything is near perfect in this, I think, and even what makes it even better is the performances, specifically by Chiwetel Ejiofor. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, I should practice it. Lupita Nyong'o and Michael Fassbender. Yes, I'm a fangirl of his, but no, this is one of his best performances to date, and he's usually a pretty good actor, even in shit. But no, he's top-notch. They're all top-notch. So it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, Jared Leto, you're good, but good God, I wish it was Michael Fassbender winning this for supporting actor, but it's more likely not. Okay, enough about Michael But no, those 3 actors, very good. I also wish Ejiofor would win for the actor. I think he did the best out of, personally, of the big main 5 that have been nominated. But good God, just everyone in this film. So good, so good. Everyone gave it their all in this. And I will be very happy if it wins Best Picture, which it looks like it might be. That looks like a possibility. And my number 1 pick is Gravity. Oh God. Okay, fair warning. I might get a little emotional during this. If I haven't gotten emotional during her already picking up on emotional. How do I begin with this one? So first of all, it's not really a story. It's more of a character piece, if you could call that. It's more of a what-if situation. It takes the whole basic, if you learn in, like, even grade school or, like, any creative writing class, they do, like, 4 types of stories. It's like man versus another man versus whatever. But this goes for the man versus nature. And in this case, nature is space. And oh my God, it's done so well. I know Cate Blanchett is going to most likely win, but if I had the choice to pick out of who's nominated, I'd go with Sandra Bullock, just because it's mostly her movie, and it's just her working by herself, and her oh God, she does such a wonderful job. But even just as good as her, better, she wouldn't be there if it weren't for the director, Alfonso Cuarón. And I know some people are on the fence of Children of Men. I'm on the fence too. I like it Tu Mamá También. Yeah, even the Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, even like that. Yeah, shut up, you purist Harry Potter nerds. I liked it as a film. Yes, I know it wasn't a good adaptation, shut up. Anyways. But yeah, God. This is his masterpiece. Personally. I personally think this is his masterpiece. I don't know. He's obviously gonna get more work. He's still working. And I'm glad to see him, but I don't know how he's gonna top this. But I think what makes me really... It's kind of a bias here. But if he wins Sunday or today, whenever I post this, it's gonna be like the first Mexican to win, and it's very important. If it were for people like him, or even Guillermo del Toro, or like several other Mexican entertainers, I would not have gone for film. Would not have gone. I would not have pursued the stream, and all things, I would be very glad. It'll be a very happy day. March 2nd when he wins. And it will be, I'm assuming, too, if Steve McQueen wins. I know, like, he's African Irish. It'll be a happy day for their community, too, if he wins Best Director. If either of those two win. And it's, like, a sign of the changing times. We are becoming. We are rising. I'm sorry. I can't do this. That's why I picked Gravity, just because it's so well done. And it's done by someone who's, like, one of several people that influenced me a lot. And, yeah, oh god, I'm ending this on a teary note, but, god, it was an experience. I really hope they re-released it again in theaters in time for the season. And I'm hoping they keep re-releasing it just for, like, a special day in movie theaters, because it is an experience to see it in a movie theater. It is truly an amazing experience, much like 2001. Yeah, it gets that comparison a lot. No, so that's all I really can say. I'm left speechless by this. I think I had more to say, but if this doesn't prove enough, that's really what it is. Anyways, if you believe, just let me know what you guys liked in 2013, what you didn't like, and either ones. Any disagreements? Well, good for you. Whatever. We're different people, but this is how I feel about this list and the other list. But no, I hope you all have a good day, and please tune in to see who wins.